Mr. Data and our guest appear to be tardy.
Sir, Commander Shelby and Data beamed down to the planet's surface an hour ago.
On whose authority?
On hers, sir.
Morning. Early bird gets the worm, eh? We've had some interesting results.
Commander Shelby? Walk with me, Commander.
Early bird. I believe Commander Shelby erred. There is no evidence of avifaunal or crawling vermicular life forms on Jure 4.
That's not what she meant, Data. But you're right. She erred.
I'm sorry, but I woke up early and I saw that a weather system was moving in. It could have affected the soil readings.
So without any regard for the risk of coming down here alone.
Really, Commander, if we ran into the Borg here, 2 extra bodies wouldn't have made a hell of a difference now, would they? We had 3 hours before the storm front hit. Less than 2 hours now. Data was available. I took him, we came. I don't see your problem.
My problem, Commander, is I expect to be notified before there's a change in my orders.
Noted for future reference. Do you wish to hear my report, sir?
Go ahead.
The soil contains the same magnetic resonance traces. That's our footprint. There's no doubt anymore. It is the Borg.
Captain's log, stardate 43993.5. With confirmation of the Borg's presence in Federation space, Admiral Hansen has returned to Starbase 324 to discuss strategy with Starfleet Command. Lieutenant Commander Shelby remains on board to continue tactical preparations.
A manipulation effect in the Borg ship's subspace field. A definite pattern at 4.8-minute intervals during your first confrontation with them.
Might indicate high-output auxiliary generators kicking in.
One theory is that their systems are decentralized with redundant power sources located throughout the ship.
That is a reasonable conclusion. Borg technology has given each member of their society the ability to interface and function collectively. It is likely they have constructed their ship with the same philosophy.
You knock out one generator and another one takes over without interruption.
What kind of damage would we have to do to shut them down?
Projections suggest that a Borg ship like this one could continue to function effectively even if 78% of it was inoperable.
And our best shot barely scratched the surface.
Well, from what I've seen, I can't believe that any of these new weapon systems can be ready in less than 18 months, Commander.
We've been projecting 24.
Is there anything we could do here to adapt our current defense systems?
We'll have to go through the specs again, but... I don't know. My mind's turned to clay.
Mine too.
I think we should look at modifying the plasma phaser design.
Commander, I think we should call it a night. That's an order. We'll reconvene at 0500.
Sir, if I may be allowed to continue with Mr. Data, who does not require rest.
You need rest, Commander.
If we have a confrontation with the Borg without improving our defense system...
If we have a confrontation, I don't want a crew fighting the Borg at the same time they're fighting their own fatigue. Dismissed.
At 1900 hours yesterday, the USS Lalo departed Zeta Alpha 2 on a freight run to Sentinel Minor 4. At 2200 hours and 12 minutes, a distress signal was received at Starbase 157. The Lalo reported contact with an alien vessel, described as cube-shaped. The distress signal ended abruptly, and she's not been heard from since.
Mr. Data, how long would it take to get there at Warp 9?
1 hour, 17 minutes, sir.
Make it so.
We're coming with every available starship to assist, Captain. But the closest help is 6 days away.
We'll try and keep them occupied until you arrive.
I know you will. Answer out.